everyone, and welcome to your first week in Perspectives in the Social Sciences. I'm Karen Coleman, and I'll be your instructor for the course. All right, so a lot of what I say and these video announcements are similar to what I have in the printed ones, or the ones posted online, but sometimes I give a little more detail on how I'd like you to complete the assignments. Give you a little more explanation about what to do based on questions students in previous courses have had. So you might find it helpful to watch the videos in addition to reading the announcements. All right, so the first thing I'd like to ask you guys to do is adjust your notifications so that you get these announcements. When I post an announcement, you get a notification in your email box. It's a good way just to alert you to the fact that there's a new announcement. All right, and then in these announcements, I generally give a rundown of the assignments due for the week. So this week, you've got 4 different assignments, or I guess, actual 3 ones that you're going to be graded on, academic ones. Then you've got the course readiness survey, and just to let you know, take the survey, but don't worry about the grade that's automatically generated. There's a glitch. We switched over from Blackboard to Brightspace this semester, so there's obviously some work to be done there. So don't worry if you get a weird grade. I'm going to go in and manually grade those when I do the grading starting next week. So go ahead and take the course readiness survey. Don't worry too much about the grade that the computer gives you. All right, then you have a couple of automatic quizzes talking about the differences between anthropology, sociology, and psychology. You probably have an idea of these before, but just generally, psychology has to do with the study of individuals. Sociology and anthropology are a little bit closer since they both have to do with the study of groups. Sociology generally focuses more on groups, on inequalities, on interactions between people. And in this course, how anthropology is going to be approached is it's more a focus on meaning, how things are interpreted differently in different cultures, meanings of rituals, etc. So you have a little quiz to help you focus on that. And that will be preparing you for your first discussion post. What you need to do in your discussion post is come up with 6 questions, each from a different perspective, the 3 different perspectives we're focusing on in this course: anthropological, sociological, and psychological. Oh my gosh. One important point, please pick the same topic. So there are some suggested ones: health, cars, transportation, media. You can pick your own. Just please pick the same topic for all 6 questions. So this will give you a little bit of practice understanding the different perspectives that the different social sciences have. And you'll be asked to come up with 2 for each perspective. So that'll be your discussion post for this week. You won't be getting graded on that discussion post. I will go through and mark down those who participated. But for the discussion post, you're graded once every 2 weeks. First on, so you can get a total grade on your post, and then you're required to reply to another student. So the discussion forums are graded after these 2-week blocks. So don't worry if you don't get a grade for this week. All right, so the beginning of the course is focused on, number 1, understanding the different perspectives the social sciences have. But what you'll be also doing is starting to work on with an eye towards your final project. For your second assignment for 122, you'll be asked to select 4 ads from the a bunch that they have posted for you, or you can search for your own. And when you pick these ads, obviously pick the ones that are interesting. There are definitely some interesting ones. But what you'll be using these for is really as raw data to do some kind of social scientific analysis. So you're going to have some practice with this with your next assignment, 131, filling out a draft of the comparison template. And here you're going to be asked to start thinking like a social scientist. So you're going to be asked to come up with a couple different questions about these ads from the different social science perspectives. So you're going to be asked to ask questions about what the individuals are doing or feeling in the ads, what the groups are doing or feeling, or how they're interacting in the ads. And then what kind of cultural perspective does this ad have? How might some things in the ad change if it was happening in a different culture? Important thing to remember, you're not analyzing these ads on their effectiveness of selling their product. That's not why we're interested in these ads. We're not interested in a marketing perspective. What we are interested in is taking the perspective of someone outside our culture. Pretend you don't belong to this society, and you're a scientist, and you're trying to figure out, what the society is like by looking at these ads. So a lot of your questions are probably going to have why in them. So you have some examples for you online, but just for example, for the individuals in the ad, why are the individuals, why do they have these expressions on their face? Why are these individuals dressed in this way? Anything that strikes you as being a little, when you look closer, a little unusual, or could use a little further explanation. From the sociological perspective, some questions are going to sound like, why are the individuals interacting in this way? Why are the groups divided up in this way? Why are these people dealing with the product in this way? So anything that has to do with the interaction of the groups of people, that's going to be more a sociological question. Then finally, an anthropological question, asking about the culture, what's going on that could be culturally related in the ads. You could ask something like, would whatever's happened in the ad be regarded differently in a different culture? Or what meaning does this particular action or expression or interaction have? So you'll be focusing more on the question of meaning and the question of culture for the last questions. All right, so those are the 3 main assignments this week: your discussion post, choosing your 4 ads, and filling out a draft of your comparison template. And it's just a draft. You do need to submit it. You are graded on it, but I'll give you feedback then on how to complete your first project, which is basically just completing the whole comparison template. But you need to only fill it out for 2 of your ads now, so you can get a little feedback to make sure you're going in the right direction. All right, one final reminder about the late policy. Assignments are accepted up to a week late. You'll be deducted 10%, but definitely worth it if, for the points, if you couldn't get to an assignment in a week, in the first week. Discussion posts, unfortunately, are not accepted late, because we want to try to keep the discussion as much as we can in real time. So please try to get your discussion posts and your replies in on time. One important thing for discussions: follow the rubric. So follow the assignment and the prompt very carefully. When you're done, go back to the prompt and be sure you've answered that prompt directly, because although I've encountered lots of interesting discussion posts and a lot of interesting replies, what I'm going to be grading you on is how well you respond to the prompt. So whatever else you do, just be sure you get that in. All right, I think that's probably enough for today. Welcome to the course again, and I will talk to you soon.